Hey guys, it's so lovely to be here with you. Um, Today's message is you might be feeling a bit scattered all over the place, very disembodied, kind of like floaty out of your body, maybe for some of you, kind of fuzzy. And you're just exploring some different areas of your energy field right now that need light, that have been disembodied, that are maybe disassociated. Um, So when we go back into those places to bring them home, we have to kind of go through that. It's almost like you're going through a tunnel at times. Like I said, you feel kind of maybe ungrounded. You don't feel in your body because like you're going to places um, that are very disembodied, that are kind of fragmented, and and it can be very uncomfortable to visit these places. And a lot of people try to avoid going to the areas within them that aren't integrated into the whole, into your wholeness. Um, there's an avoidance of these places because there's shame there. There's probably a lot of shame there, or there's like these beliefs of I'm bad or I'm unworthy. There's a lot of judgment in these disembodied places. I mean, they are separate from love. So when you're going into the places within you that are separate from love, you're gonna have all these different kind of emotions arise and all these kinds of thoughts, and there could be negativity there. There could be a lot of darkness, um, and there can be this desire to not want to be in these places because it is very uncomfortable, because you might feel out of alignment. You might feel kind of off your center. Uncentered is a big thing when we're doing embodiment work, or when we're bringing home disembodied parts of us. So this is a really good thing, though, if you're going into these places. Derealization is a big one. Depersonalization. It's like parts of yourself that are have been just kind of lost out to sea, just pushed away, repressed, buried, and they're wanting to come home. They're wanting liberation. And I think right now during these times is a big theme is unification with all of ourself. Like we really have to be with all of ourself right now. It's like life's going to send us on these adventures and journeys to go reclaim lost parts of ourself, to go reclaim all the parts of us that are buried in shame, that are believing they're bad or they're wrong or they're a mistake. It's going to send us on these journeys where we may be finding ourselves in uncomfortable, like kind of relational situations with other people, or just these kind of situations that are going to trigger up these disembodied parts. And that can be really tough for a while, because there's going to be this kind of magnetism to get tied in to believing what the disembodied parts are telling you, to believing the shame, to believing that I'm bad, to believing the critical judgments towards yourself. And really what the light's trying to do, it's trying to bring us into all these parts of us that are in separation from love. And it's trying to just bring healing there. It's trying to bring in integration there. The light wants every part of you brought home, to yourself, capital S self. And so you might be going into fragmented parts of your psyche, of your psychology, of your wounded inner child, of your shadow, etc. I mean, it's funny to say this. I didn't even realize it really, but coming up on Halloween or in November, I was just reading, there's another name for it that Latin Americans, I guess, like to celebrate. Okay, maybe it's Day of the Dead. I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. But it's interesting. Right now feels like a time for deep shadow work. And we are going into darkness, in a sense, in a beautiful way. The days are getting shorter, like Halloween, the celebration in November, are upon us. And you know, for someone like me, I like to embrace this. I love meeting these parts of myself. This is really, in a big way, what I feel my soul is here to do. My soul is here to bring these displaced parts home. And this is generational trauma, like I've been talking about in videos as well. You're bringing it home these parts home for a whole lineage. And this way you can show up as an integrated whole in life. And so bit by bit, we're just reclaiming one piece after another of ourselves. And like I said, it can be downright, like I was doing a little work today, and some of this stuff is just like, oh, like you almost want to just like throw up. You might get dizzy. You might feel nauseous. You might have burning. You might feel ice cold. You could have all kinds of sensations arising right now as you do this deep shadow work and integration. You might feel confused in your headspace. You might not be able to speak clearly. You might fumble your words. You might not have any memory. You might feel very foggy. You might feel just like, who am I? You might you might lose track of yourself. I mean, a lot of identities are falling right now too. And that could be a whole nother video. So, you know, as you go into these places, you're going into these parts of you that are wounded, that are confused, that are disconnected. So you could feel discombobulated. You could feel, like I said, disconnected from your body, disconnected from maybe your heart, or you're not feeling much. And maybe another word for this is numbness, or there's veils over what you're feeling. Spacey. You could be feeling really spacey right now. And so, you know, I just wanted to make this video just to kind of check in and let you know there's a lot happening right now. The energies are freaking super intense, and you're going to be taken into all these different situations. So that you can meet yourself. Like, I feel like a big theme right now is no more running from ourselves. Like parts we used to run from, we really have to face right now. And get as much help and support as you can during these times too, because it's really hard to do it alone right now. I know I sure get a lot of support. But, you know, a lot of the feelings that are coming up right now, we've really tried our whole life, perhaps, maybe unconsciously or consciously, to really avoid feeling. It's like these sensations coming up, you know, maybe in the past we've run from them time and time again. It feels to me right now that we're really getting cornered, and we're really having to face ourselves. And we're really having to see that what we actually fear the most is ourself, is what's in our body to feel. And then we'll just project what we fear feeling in our own body. We just project that on the external a lot of times. So that's kind of what I wanted to say today. Let me see if I missed anything here. Oh yeah, you could have a lot of frozenness, like a lot of stuckness. I kind of talked about that yesterday. Thought forms could be really gripping right now. I sort of hit on that. Notice if you're going into thought forms, and just try to see if you can give it 10 seconds at a time where you're not giving your attention to your thoughts, where you're just being present with sensation. Just like little 10-second sips of pure consciousness, if you will, pure awareness. Making peace with contraction. So a lot of the parts of us that are disembodied are in contraction. They got like stuck in contraction. So you're going to feel, probably, a lot of you might be feeling contraction in the heart, in the belly, throat, anywhere. Making peace with it. Like, we don't want to just try to like force it to open. Just like let it be contracted. And the contracted parts, like I always talk about, they need loving awareness. So we're being gentle with ourselves. We're bringing loving awareness to ourselves. We're being easy with ourselves, because things can get really weird when we start going into disembodied places within ourselves. We're literally taking the journey to bring aspects of ourselves that are in separation back into love. Okay, so this isn't an easy thing. And I want to make this clear. This is a divine happening. The divine is doing this for us. So know that, like, let yourself off the hook and let the divine in to be the healer here. And just know, like, yes, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be trippy sometimes. It's going to be, you know, like I said, you might feel woozy. You might feel some aches and some pains. You might feel really weak. Like simple tasks might take a lot out of you. Maybe just brushing your teeth is like an accomplishment or something, right? I mean, a lot of your energy right now is being used to liberate shadow, to liberate generational trauma, to bring your fragmented aspects back home into integration. So there's a lot going on right now, guys, and there can be a lot of different experiences that we're all having. I hope I hit on a few of them. If I didn't, don't feel like alarmed. Like I couldn't, I mean, this video would be 4 hours long if I wanted to hit on every single thing that might be happening. But if you're feeling weird, if you're feeling a little off, if you're feeling burning, if you're feeling on fire, if you're feeling sick, if you're feeling awful, whatever you're feeling, this is part of the process that we're all in together, and you're not alone in it. And do try to get help if you can. It's like being with other humans in this can be a great resource if you have that available. Humans that can meet you at your depth, right, and that understand you. Oh, let me just check the field here, see if there's anything else that wants to be spoken to in this. It's like there's this part of me that just wants to name everything, but these videos, they kind of need to be a certain length too. Yeah, that feels good. We'll leave it there. I just wanted you to hopefully bring some comfort through, some reassurance through that everything's okay. And when energies are moving through and darkness is becoming light and deep stuff is coming up to the surface, you know, all types of experiences can be had. So yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining the Patreon. I've started posting to that community, and I'm going to continue posting exclusive videos over there. My heart feels really lit up for it right now, and yeah, I've really been enjoying that. So thanks so much for joining the Patreon. If that resonates, I do little check-in videos, and I churn your guys' questions into special videos as well. And thank you to Sharon and Allie for your donations yesterday. It was super precious and heartwarming to see those come through. They really, really support this work. And thank you to all of you who book sessions with me. It's just such an honor and a real privilege to meet with you and to hold space for you and to hopefully help you out on your ascension journey. So sending you all so much love, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.